Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hello everyone. How is everyone doing today? It is really rainy where I'm at, so I'm enjoying it. I'm loving the sunny fall days, but I'm okay with a gloomy day here or there. It's been a little bit crazy today. Not for me, but for my husband. His car overheated this morning and he had to take my car to work. So now I don't have a vehicle to use, and I was going to go Thanksgiving shopping today. So now I got an Instacart. It's like a whole thing. But otherwise, having a really chill time, and hopefully everyone else is as well. Hey, Amy. Yeah, it is rainy and wet, and leaves are soggy, and it's just kind of crazy over here. But it's still kind of pretty, though. I mean, I like my fall, gloomy, rainy days, so I'm okay with it, especially if I'm not leaving the house. I was unprepared for it, though, because I don't check my weather app, like, ever. So whenever it rains, it's always a surprise to me. Whenever it's sunny, it's a surprise to me. I just wake up and enjoy the weather, that whatever it's going to be is what it's going to be. So we're not doing like a huge Thanksgiving this year. My mom because my mom and my dad, they still are raising my two youngest brothers. I am 16 years older than one of them, and I'm 18 years older than the other. So the one that I'm 16 years older, he is 18. He just turned 18 like half a year ago. And then my other brother is 16. So they're still being raised. So like when I call my mom's family, I don't mean like they're not my family. I just mean like that household. They're not. Yeah, I know, right, Amy? My mom was pregnant at my high school graduation. She was like full on, like about to give birth, pregnant at my high school graduation. And fun fact about me, I graduated on my birthday. So when it comes to Thanksgiving this year, especially like after all the prep we've done with like the wedding and everything, my mom is like, I kind of like am just tired and I don't really want to do Thanksgiving this year, which makes a lot of sense. And honestly, like Brennan and I were kind of in this place of like, do we, don't we, what do we do? Should we just have Thanksgiving with like his side of the family? And then my sister, who lives in the neighborhood with me, we live a minute apart. She was like, well, we'll probably just do something with her husband's family. And she was like, but if you guys want to do something, I'm down. Either way is good for me. So this year we are just kind of gonna like have an in-law Thanksgiving. So like I'm gonna have Thanksgiving with my in-laws. My sister's gonna have Thanksgiving with her in-laws. And my sister might come over like later on in the day just to kind of say hi and bring me some pies that she makes really well. I'm shuffling, by the way, guys. I'll get your questions answered in a second. Hey, Jasmine. Yes, I have you on my list, girl. Welcome in. So that is the plan. So it's like pretty simple. I basically said after all of this like craziness we've had this past year, I was like, I don't want to peel or chop, not a thing on Thanksgiving. I was like, if someone else wants to make the food, I don't mind hosting it. Our house is probably like the biggest house that has like the most room. And I was like, I don't mind hosting it. And I was like, and I will provide like my like side of things. But I was like, I do not want any expectations, because like last year I went all out. Last year I put like Christmas decor up already. I didn't have the Christmas tree decorated, but I had it like up with the lights on it. I had all Christmas decor all throughout the house. I wrapped our kitchen cabinets. Like I went all out, and like that was so much fun, and I'm sure I'll pick it back up next year. But I was like, this year I don't want to do that. I'm too tired. I need a break. So yeah. So anyways, the whole reason I was saying that is because I was supposed to go get like our side of things that we're providing for Thursday today, and I don't have a car now, and it's raining, so yeah. But the good thing is I can place an Instacart order, and my sister does Instacart pretty much full time, so she said she's going to try to get my order for me. So you want to see if your parents can go to the shop for Thanksgiving things. Just need to decide what I want to make. Oh, I'm being so like relaxed this year. I was like, I don't even care if we go to Cracker Barrel or Bob Evans or somewhere. I was like, I refuse to be in the kitchen. Like, I cooked potato salad and pasta salad over the weekend. That's a lot of peeling and dicing. And I plan on making like a very nutrient dense soup today, which also is going to require a lot of peeling and chopping. And so by the time Thursday gets here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be done with all that. And especially if we're hosting and I've got to like get things like looking a little bit in decent condition and clean and whatever, I was like, I just want something easy. Amy, do you feel like a mood? Do you feel like you are like better at baking or cooking or both? All right. Has Jordan thought of Amy before bed or even when he wakes up? Has Jordan thought of Amy before bed or even when he wakes up? I am getting a yes. That's so beautiful. So we have the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So he's thinking of your beauty and he's thinking of his feelings. The prep for food takes so long, the cooking itself. Exactly. Like, that is exactly it. And I was like, I don't want to do that this year. So his mom is making the turkey, which we just started this tradition last year. But so when I say she always makes the turkey, anyway, she always makes the turkey. And then his sister's gonna make mac and cheese and green bean casserole. We're providing refreshments, the house and home. I think we're doing ham here as well, and then we are providing like all the like dinnerware and things like that, courtesy of the leftover stuff from the wedding. A little better at cooking, but pretty good at baking. That's awesome. All right, Haley. Will Haley get her certificate from the school? Will Haley get her certificate from the school? Ooh. Well, this one's already flipped over, so I'm going to give that to you, but I'm going to pull a card here. All right, let's see. We have the world. Yes, success and completion here. There's also a world in this picture as well. Yeah, I would say I'm a much better cook than I am a baker, but my sister is perfection at baking. She's incredible. She feels like the reason why she's so good at baking is because when it comes to baking, there's very clear instruction with baking. It's like, exact measurements, whereas that's why I love cooking, because I like to just throw a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And yeah, that's why I feel like I'm good at it. But she's a Virgo, I'm a Gemini. That makes a lot of sense, that I would just like to freestyle everything, and she likes everything very much like by the book. But she's a phenomenal baker. She doesn't do it a lot, or very often, but she makes this apple pie crumble. She has ruined apple pie. Anyone else's apple pie for me, she has ruined it single-handedly with her apple crumble pie. Like, it is, I'm an apple pie lover, and it is the most phenomenal thing. It's full of butter, it's full of sugar, it is horrible for you, which is why I think she only makes it once a year, because she knows that's like so easy to eat. But oh my god, it's so freaking good. Does anyone have like any specialty Thanksgiving things that they like to make? You're welcome, Haley. J Moon, hello, and thank you for the donation. I'm gonna add you to the list. You will be second on my list, okay? Blooming Soul says, does Jordan know I truly loved him? Thanks, J Moon. Blooming Soul, I got the Two of Pentacles, so I'm gonna go with no, but he suspects it. I don't know if he really truly like was convinced of it. Maybe I don't know. This kind of feels like either he felt you were torn between it, or he just wasn't fully aware. He wasn't like fully convinced. But I think that in his heart of hearts, if he were to guess, or he would use his inner knowing, he would say that he did. But I just don't think he ever truly knew the way that you're asking. The baked macaroni. That sounds so good. I need to get my macaroni like a little bit better than it is now. I actually saw one of the chefs who was on like one of Gordon Ramsay's shows. She looks a lot like Alexis Bledel. She's got blonde hair. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but she makes a lot of videos, like a lot of TikToks and reels. And she just showed how to make mac and cheese, and it looks incredible. And she bakes it too at the end, and it just looks like it's so full of flavor. I don't know, it just looks so good, and I've got to try it. I make decent mac and cheese, but it's never quite exactly how I want it to be. You're welcome, Blooming. Hey, All About Maine, I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. We're still doing free questions right now, and then we will be working on donations in like another minute or two. We're just talking about what we like to make for Thanksgiving, if we're better chefs and cooks or bakers, just fun little things like that. I know some people who don't like celebrating Thanksgiving, and I completely get that. I understand it. But I also feel like we can change what it means for us now. Because I don't want to celebrate what it was really about either. I always thought it was really weird, like when you learn about it in school and you're like, that's fucked. But nowadays, I just think for me, it's just a time to eat good food and spend time with family, honestly. Like, that just is what it means to me, and I think that's exactly what it means to everyone else. Thanks, Charmaine. I'll add you to the list, okay? All right, well, All About Maine, C. William for her birthday. So I am going to say yes, All About Maine. I do feel like this is a yes for me. I feel like it might be like not a lot of time together, but it does feel like a yes. Or if it's near your birthday. If it's not on your birthday, it's near your birthday. It's like the day before, day after, something like that. That's almost like I'm seeing you to wish you a happy birthday. You're welcome. Radiant Aura! Eliana's in here, guys. Thank you so much. I'm actually like a little bit like lazy right now because I was doing dishes and I took my rings off while I was doing the dishes and I didn't put them back on before this live stream. So I feel like really naked during this live stream, but I just was already comfy. I already had like all my stuff set up and I just like did not feel like moving. So you're not going to see it on my hand, but thank you very much. I'm so excited and so happy. I feel so blessed. And I was telling everybody, I know I need to. I'm like, oh, I can hear them calling for me in the kitchen. I need to go get them. But I was saying like it's so easy for me to say that I have a husband, but it's weird because as we were pulling into the driveway, my sister was like, so how does it feel like married and everything? And I was like, it's actually not weird saying that I have a husband. What's weird, and y'all will understand what I mean if and when you get married, or if you already are married, you might relate. When you say, it's not weird to say I have a husband, it's weird to say that I'm a wife. And I think it's like that concept of like it's changing your identity. And so that's really weird. So that's an adjustment. Not only that, but when we got back from the wedding, I went to Social Security to get my name changed. So I walked out of there with my name officially changed, and I haven't received my new Social Security card or anything yet. It might be in the mail by now, but it was weird because like you come out of it and you're like, okay, my name is officially changed, but like your credit card looks the same. Your all of your bills have your maiden last name, and like, nobody really asks you what your name is. No one outright says like, what is your name, like your full name, unless you're like building an account. So it's like it's gonna take some time getting used to, for sure, I feel. And my sister, she worked at a bank when she got married, so she was signing her name every single day at work, and so that made it a lot easier for her to get used to it. But like I don't do that. So I'm over here going like, when someone asks me my name for the first time, I'm sure I'm gonna mess it up, or I'm gonna like have to like pause and be like, wait, what is my name? I think it's kind of like motherhood, when you become a mom, it's not weird that you have a kid. It's weird that someone's calling you mom. Anything that changes your identity, I think that's how my sister worded it. It just feels really weird. But it's a lot. We had a lot of fun. Once I get more pictures back from the photographer, I'll definitely be posting those in the community. I'm getting a little antsy because I've been waiting for a while, and I'm going to be waiting for a while longer because this takes a lot of time to edit. So I might just post some of the sneak peeks that we have. Thanks, J-Moon. I appreciate it. All right, so first up on the list, we have Jasmine. The free list is now closed. We are moving into donations. Jasmine donated yesterday, so she is first on the list. So Jasmine, whenever you're ready, you can post your question. But Radiant, thank you so much for stopping by and wishing me congratulations. I really appreciate it. All right, a general love for Jasmine. Working at a law firm so many years and dealing with medical providers, changing your last name makes you a completely different person on paper. I know, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? I said to Brennan, I was like, why don't you just take my last name? And then like you can deal with all the complicated stuff. It's crazy because I'll like make phone calls and they'll be like, what's your name? And I'm like, oh, Amanda, you know, my last name, my original last name, and now my married last name. And they give me such a hard time. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, I just want to already be like 2 years in the future when like everything's transferred over. I am shuffling for you now, Jasmine. Sounds good, Eliana. I will see you back later. Lorraine, hello. I'm doing well. Today is a little rainy and gloomy. We were just talking about a bunch of different things. Do you have any plans for Thanksgiving? General love for Jasmine. General love for Jasmine, please. General love for Jasmine. That's true, but at the same time, I'm okay with it today because I'm not leaving the house, and you know, I got my tea and just like cozy vibes today. I want to put this in the center, but my little glare is like making that complicated. Just ignore the glare, guys. Ignore the glare. All right, so so there's something about timing in here. Let me see when this change is supposed to happen for you, because I'm hearing like 6 months. 6 months is like a time frame. It's like 6 months to what? 6 months. So we're in November. So December, January, February, March, April, May. Okay, well, this might actually be it. So between now and May 20th, more likely closer to May of next year, Spirit is saying your love life is going to start to feel like it's in alignment. They're showing like a significant life partner is kind of what I'm getting for you. I feel like also in 6 months there's a shift here because you're going to start to feel more focused on your family and your home life and your happiness at home that you experience with your loved ones around you. I'm getting that you're going to feel a lot more confident in your love life. So like, as people say, you know, you're going to get more confident. No, I don't think you're just going to get more confident. I think you're going to feel more confident in your love life. You're not going to feel this sense of lack. You're going to feel like this trust in your love life. You're going to feel like you can believe that this is happening for you. So I feel like, yeah, for sure, because there was that time frame like between now and May. So I'm getting like focusing a lot more on your family. Again, this is like within the next 6 months, May being kind of like that either that like ending point or like that transitional period. So if you're able to conceive in January, I think that's great. And if you're not, it could be like a couple months in. But again, very, very, very focused and a lot more confident in your home life, your family life. I can tell that this is like a lot really important to you. And not only that, but this card does talk about receiving. So in this situation, it feels kind of like conceiving, if that makes sense, where you're given a seed, something is given to you. And I feel like you're just a lot more in harmony, in rhythm, you're in flow, and things feel really good. So there is a harmony as well with your relationship that you're having in order to create this family unit that you're looking to have. My speak says home cooked meal. So everyone's kind of like low energy this year. We just had a lot. We've had a very, very busy year. Like a lot has happened in the past year. Lots of good things. I firmly believe that I have helped and that they have helped themselves. My whole family just elevate. Like I feel like we all kind of like jump timelines this year. I feel like there's just been a lot that has happened, medically speaking, celebratory speaking, just a lot of things in the last year. And I think this year everyone's just wanting like a very low key, like very just chill, relaxed type of holiday celebrating where we're not stressing ourselves out, we're not exhausting ourselves. And so for us, that's kind of what that is for this year. It's just whoever wants to get together will be coming over my house on Thursday. And whoever wants to stay at home will be staying at home. We're all just like, we're tired. And maybe next year we can get back to that like really awesome, fun, high energy. Hi, God's daughter. How are you? You are more than welcome to donate if you want your question answered. It's $3 per yes, no, or if you want elaboration, you can do $5, but my free list has closed. Jasmine, wishing you a lot of love that I see here for you. Lorraine's like, what? That's why, Luna, because you did a reading for me earlier in the year about my future husband and got that May energy as well. Ooh, that's very cool. Well, maybe you need to wait for him to start a family or continue a family. Did you say this is you're ready for another one? So you're already a mom. So maybe instead of trying to do it like on your own, this is the person that will be doing it with you. Or you could do it on your own and then they come in. Either way. Okay, J Moon, thank you. All right, so Nadia says, does G work at my place? No. Does G at my workplace have romantic feelings towards me? Can you say how he feels? Okay, let's see. Good on you for going to the gym. Is it kind of rainy where you are, Lorraine, or is it just like normal? This tea is so good. It's an immunity boosting tea. It almost tastes like microdose spiced or something. But it's called Sweet Lemon and it's by Yogi Tea and it is divine. It's called Sweet Lemon by Yogi Tea. I only get organic tea. Does G at Nadia's workplace have romantic feelings towards her, please? Does G at Nadia's workplace have romantic feelings? Okay, has he ever had romantic feelings towards Nadia? Will he ever have romantic feelings towards Nadia along this current trajectory? Would he ever have romantic feelings towards I'm getting like multiple no's, Nadia, about feelings. So if he has them, I will say they're not realized. They're not something that he thinks about on a like conscious basis. It may be something that's not in his awareness that he has feelings for you. So you're probably looking for him to have conscious feelings, like feelings that where he thinks about you all the time, or he's like crushing on you or something along those lines. And I am getting a no. I asked, has he ever? And I got a no. I asked, will he ever? And I'm getting a no. So this sometimes can be interpreted as a maybe. But if you look up like 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and 10 of Swords as a yes or no card, and every site is going to tell you no. This one might come across as a maybe or a no. So I just feel like if there are feelings, there it's not in his conscious awareness. Now, he thinks very highly of you. I will say he looks at you as someone strong, someone confident, someone can make shit happen for herself, powerful, like looks at you, might even be a little bit intimidated by you. Like I think that objectively he can see your attractiveness. I just don't think that he's invested in feelings for you right now. I think that he feels like you're someone who you can tell kind of on the surface you've been through shit, but you like have come out the other side in a positive way. And I think that he also notices that other people praise you. Even when you're not around, they say good things. And so all in all, he's like, that's a badass woman or that's a badass person. But I feel as though deep down that he hasn't crossed over into that like I have feelings for them territory, but objectively though he is appreciating you. Did you have any questions about that? It's sunny and hot. Dang, well, I don't want to take your hot, but I'll take your sunny any day. But like I said, if as long as this is the only day that it's raining, actually, let me think about it. You probably get the mixed vibes, J-Moon, because he does appreciate you for who you are as a person. He looks at you and is like badass. He looks at you and is like confident. He looks at you and is like attractive. Like he sees your value. And I think that he likes your energy, likes being around you. He likes that people say good things about you with you when you're there or when you're not around. He feels like you're just someone to appreciate in the fullest sense of the word. And like if he has not realized his feelings for you, he would say she's a catch, like someone better snatch her up. And so since I'm getting that his feelings haven't crossed over into a crush or romantic feelings just yet, you know, maybe I don't know, like for example, he might, for all we know, I don't know, I don't remember readings I've done for you before, like what like actually is happening, but like let's just say that he is like, I don't want a relationship right now, he would say, if I was gonna be in a relationship, she's the type of person I'd want to be with. So it's like he sees your value. But I just don't think, as far as like a crush or feelings, he's crossed into that territory. And he might actually be like very flirty as well, because that's just in his character to do so. And he might like doing it with you in particular, but it's not like he's getting anything out of it besides feeling flattered. As of right now. Now, again, he could have unconscious feelings for you that like later on come through, or that maybe after you've moved on to something or someone else, or after some time has passed, he might go, wait a second, this person's been right in front of my face all along. That is possible, but if he has any feelings that's unconscious, it's not something that he actively will think about. Lorraine, what are you laughing about? What did I say? Was it me? Okay, J Moon. All right. All About Maine says, what is going on this weekend in love? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't want it to be warm in November. That's really weird to me. Like, I don't like that idea. I don't want the hot. I like a cold, sunny day or a cooler sunny day where wherever the sun is beating down, there's like pockets of warmth, but you're not overheated. That's like my favorite kind of day, where it's cooler. But I do like it crisp. I do like the snow. I do like fall is my favorite season. So I don't mind the gloomy, soggy leaves every once in a while. I don't mind the cold air. I don't want it to go straight into winter, though. I don't want to be defrosting my windows before the year is over. All right. Who's All About Maine? Are you saying who's going on this weekend in love? Are you asking like what's gonna happen? I was like, what? Who's? Wait, what? I'm assuming you're asking what is gonna go on this weekend for you in love, right? J Moon, I got your donation. Thank you. I'll add you to the list. You'll be right after All About Maine, okay? What or who? What or who? Got it. I get what you're saying. It's been that way here in Florida. A little chill with warmth. But here in Christmas, it's hot. No. I wouldn't want it. Unless I was doing a Christmas vacation where I was specifically seeking that out. But, I mean, I got married in the mountains. I got married in, like, what is it? The Appalachian Mountains. No, I did not get married in. Wait, did I? I don't know what mountains I got married at. Yeah, I was right. I got married in the Appalachian Mountains. And it was like the north side of the United States. So, with that being said, that just explains who I am. If there's going to be water nearby in the fall, I want it to be cold. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was beautiful. It was so amazing. All right, All About Maine. What or who for All About Maine? Let's start with what is going to go on this weekend in love, please. Who? They're a who here. They're a who here. Thanks, J Moon. I got it. So, all about Maine, the one thing I can say about you is that even if something doesn't turn out, sorry, J Moon, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. That was I noticed that after the fact, and that was like a complete because I was copying and pasting from your donation. That was not intentional at all. All about Maine, I'm getting that, like, no matter what you go through as far as, like, disappointment, you still have this beauty about you that, like, gives you hope still. Like, you could have someone show you time and time again, like, ways in which that they might disappoint you or let you down, but you still have faith in them as a person. You see the best in people and you believe that the best is going to happen for you. And I do like just think this is like a side note that it's please always keep that mentality. Please always have that mentality. Um, because I feel like that is what's going to ultimately get you what it is that you're looking for and what it is that you want. I feel like for this weekend in particular, and I'm not sure if it's just your physical sense or your mental space, but in your mind, I do feel like you're lacking some confidence this weekend in your love life. So I don't know if that means like someone or something is letting you down, or if you just personally aren't feeling very confident this weekend, or you're thinking to yourself, like, maybe I need to rethink some things. I need to like reroute this plan because what I've been wanting to happen every week isn't happening for me. Like, I feel like for you, you're just kind of in this place of like not feeling 100%, and that's okay. Um, I feel like this weekend there's going to be some self care happening because you're not feeling your best. So maybe Saturday, and that's also like a lot of what I'm getting here. There's a lot of feminine energy. So when I ask who, I'm getting self. So I feel like that's very possible that like this weekend's not going to go like any differently for you. But I do feel like because of that, you are doing things to make yourself feel better. So maybe like Friday night, you're like hanging out at your house, just like relaxing. Maybe Saturday you get up and decide to get some housework done, and then maybe like Saturday night you do some things self-care wise that make you feel better. Maybe you do like a skincare routine, or you do teeth whitening, or you take a really nice bath and soak, or you after you clean, you light a bunch of candles and just like get cozy on the couch. Like you just do something that's helping your mental health, maybe helping prepare you for your upcoming birthday, that makes you feel like excited to celebrate. But you're doing some things this weekend that's very much like internally focused. I don't see every single one of these cards is women. Women and her cat, women and her lion, women, women, women. And I just feel like this is a isolated, like solid weekend for you to spend time alone. I will be with the children. We are celebrating my birthday and Thanksgiving this weekend. That'll be good. That'll be good. Yeah, she's here with one of her children here in this picture as well. God's daughter, the free list was open earlier in the live stream. So I do free readings at the beginning for the first 15 minutes of every live stream. So you got to make sure you get here early. The free list has been closed for the rest of this broadcast. Yay! Well, congratulations. Happy early birthday. I think I've already wished you happy early birthday, but I hope that it goes as well as it can or better. All right, All About Me. Thank you for your donation. We are going to move on to J Moon. And I'm going to be extra careful this time. You know, I always ask if I can post your questions in the chat. Like, I'm usually very careful about that kind of stuff. That was just a mishap on my part. Oh, you miss your mama. You had a very depressing day today. Well, I do hope that those feelings that you were having are fleeting. I hope that they're short-lived. You know, our feelings are always this ebb and flow. That's why they're always like connected to the water, because they're things that can just change, get blocked, get unblocked. And so I hope that like the hardest part of your day is getting better, and hopefully those feelings that you were having, even though it's necessary to feel them, that they don't last a long time. That's really all you can do in those situations. You're welcome, All About Me. We are shuffling now for J Moon. You're welcome. Is J Moon here? J Moon, just check in with you real quick. I want to make sure before I get started that you're still in the room. Guys, I'm going to turn my camera to the side. I just want you to see. Wait, can I do that? Oh, it's not turning. It's not as easy as I thought. Never mind. I was going to show you guys my cat cuddled up on the couch. He's so cute. I can probably get a picture of him real quick. I can only see like the back of his head, but he looks like very smushy. And it's like hard to see because he's like black and white, and he's on like a black and white and red blanket. Yeah, can't really see him. Never mind. So much for that. So much for that effort. All right, J Moon is here. J Moon says, will I get any of the jobs I have applied for? What is the energy around my job search? I can only get the back of his head, but he just like looks so smushy on this couch right now. You can't really see him. He's like blended in, but you can see his little ears. But he's like right here. Like if I were to point the camera like this, that's like what you're seeing here. He's a little tuxedo. We think that he's mixed with Maine Coon. Him and his brother are mixed with Maine Coon because those are really big cats and big and fluffy like he is. And also for him in particular, I feel like he's got some ragdoll in him as well. because he's very like clumsy, and when you hold him, he's very like limp. He has like these ragdoll tendencies, but he is huge. Like, I don't realize it on a daily basis. J-Moon, I'm shuffling for you now. I don't realize it on a daily basis, but people who come over are like, your cats are huge. Like, his brother, Bodhi, he's smaller than him, the one that I just showed on the picture. And people, like, the vets will be like, oh my God, your cat is so big. And we just find that hysterical because we always look at this one over here on the couch as the bigger one. So we're like, you think this cat's big? Just wait till you see our other cat. And like, so veterinarians are like, even like, your cats are humongous. So we feel like we have like mini tigers in our house. They're like really, if I were to hold this cat up, he can like reach above doorknobs and stuff. Like he used to be able to open doorknobs too, but I would say like all stretched out, he's probably almost as tall as me. Like maybe 3.5 feet long. He's like a long cat, and I'm 5 foot. Yeah, he's sweet. Tuxedo cats are very like, they act like dogs a lot of the times. They have like a very like dog-like mannerisms, so it's fun. All right, J-Moon, first card out, we have the 10 of Pentacles. That's a really good sign. Ooh, and the King of Pentacles. So what this card, it almost looks like it's, doesn't this kind of look like it's like a story, like a continuation here? Don't these like look like they match? Actually, I think this house is that house in the background of this deck. Wow, I never realized that before. But anyways, this talks about you getting what you want. 10 of Pentacles, like having in a very financially abundant future and abundant life. And this card in particular, to me, I see it as having your cake and eating it too, meaning that you have options. So in this particular like reference, I'm interpreting this card for you as you will get multiple offers from the jobs that you apply for. So this isn't just like one job, this is like multiple jobs that you'll be offered, and you will probably have your choice or your pick. I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to continue these specific job searches that you have been doing because they're proving to be fruitful. You're investing your time and energy in the right place is kind of what they're showing me right now. Yeah, I'm definitely getting multiple options. You've been handed the offer, it's in your hand, and you're going to basically go, well, which one do I want? This card in particular is showing me that really you have two really great options that are pretty much like neck and neck. And so it's going to be such a close race to which one is better. Like your pros and cons list would look very similar, that you basically could toss a coin and pick a job is kind of what this picture is showing me. So a lot of times I'll tell people that they have multiple options, but I don't really ever tell them that those two options they get are just as good as the other. And so for you, it's kind of like, okay, well, they both have great benefits, they both have great pay, they both offer like great starting rates, they both are close to home or they're work from home. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're very, very competitive with one another, these options that you're getting, and you're kind of like, okay, well, at this point, I don't really know what to decide. So I'm going to either just trust my gut or just toss a coin. I don't really know which one to pick. So those are some extra details that I was able to get for you, but Spirit is saying continue on applying the way that you have. So if you use a specific search engine, if you use a specific phrase that you're looking up when you're doing your searches, if you're looking in a specific industry or a specific location, whatever it is, Spirit is saying keep doing what you're doing and it will pay off. It does sound like a great issue to have. So, Jason, my advice with like those multiple jobs, like 2 or more that feel very like they're offering a lot of the same stuff, I would just go deeper with the questions for the company. Like, what is your company environment like? Is it relaxed? Is it micromanaged? Do you guys just let us do our own thing and trust that we're, as adults, we're going to get done what needs to be done? Or do you have a very rigid schedule? Are we stuck on it, on that schedule, or that specific metric that we have to get to? Or are we able to choose when our breaks are going to be? Or are you going to give us a specific time slot? How do people interact with each other? Is there a good rapport within the employees? Because like things like that on the surface, everything might look good, like same benefits, same day amount of vacation days, similar pay, things like that. But when you're like, when I'm making my decision, which way do I go? Think about like the deeper details that might also matter to you. So, like, if one job might say, oh, we have a really rigid schedule, like you're going to get an assigned break and da 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 da. And the other place is like, oh, we don't care when you take a break. You can go anytime. That might matter to you. If one job is more micromanaging, one's more macromanaging, that might matter to you. So, like, try to break down the differences of how you think your work and day to day life. Like, I specifically would ask them, like, what does a day in the life look like of the position that you're offering to me? What would my daily life look like? And see how that compares to the daily life of someone else. One job might say, well, hey, we pay you by the hour, but if you get all your work done by Friday morning, you can take the rest of the day off. The other job might say, well, it doesn't matter if you've done your work or not. If you finish your work, we'll give you more work to do. You're working a full week. So those are some things that might help you make that decision with those differences. But yeah, it sounds really good. Sounds really good. And Spirit is saying just continue on that little plan that you've been doing for yourself. Don't make any changes. You're welcome. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do a last call really quickly. So, for those of you who are still hanging out with me, I'm going to be signing off soon. So, let me know if you would like to get a reading. All right. Well, that is where I'm going to leave it. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.